Are you there? Yes, it's me, the Crown Princess. Now get off your bottom and get into the horse, you pleb. What do you mean? I'm always bossy like this. And we are taking the horse. We draw too much attention if I ask my servage for a carriage. Good. Now get on the horse. Don't worry. She's very friendly. Yes, that is why she's nuzzling you. Her name is Cypher. Well, I told Cypher about you. Naturally, she's curious to know about my, um, lover. You don't know how to ride a horse? Why am I not surprised? Just move over. I'll take the reins. Oh, please. I'll be fine. Did I never tell you how many horse riding lessons I had to take as a child? Well, if I might have mentioned it, there should be no reason for your apprehension. I beg your pardon, good sir? Did you just say you don't trust a woman behind a horse? Why do you sound like one of those men in the royal palace? Stop being daft and hold on tight. You're okay. You're alright. You can open your eyes. You won't fall off. Well, you might if you don't hold my waist tighter than that. What what's wrong with you tonight? Just grab on. I must do everything myself. There. I pulled your arms closer. Now hold on while Zephyr carries us to our secret place. Of course she knows the way. She's a special horse. I tell her everything. You're being uncharacteristically quiet. What's wrong? Hmm? You miss me? Of course you did, silly. You love me. You've been in love with me since the first time we crossed eyes under the elm tree in the palace courtyard. You told me that yourself. I missed you too. It is nice seeing you. I mean, I can't see you right now because you're behind me and I can't turn around, but you know what I mean. Well, yes, I will see you again. Right then, we get to. Oh, here we are. That was fast. Cypher is a fast girl. So fast and clever. Aren't you, Cyphy? Hey, plebeian, want my help getting down? Or. And just so you know, I call you that out of kindness. Plebeian, pleb. I think it's cute because it's funny. Well, humor is subjective in any case. Do you need any help? You look like you need help. There's no shame in taking a girl's hand when stepping down from a horse. I mean, it would be better than suffering a fall, yes? Fine then. You are a man. Go on. Pretend to be boisterous and tough. Hmm. Well, maybe I like men who are unsure of themselves, who are soft spoken, gentle, shy. I am describing you, just in case this conversation went over your head. Well, well, I suppose you managed not to fall. Well done. I hope you're thirsty. I stashed this fine vintage from the palace. It's a Chardonnay. White wine, dear. I felt a bit festive tonight. Yes, I bought the chalice. White wine must be drink from a chalice, not cups, not glasses, and surprisingly enough, not bowls either. Only chalices. Yes, it's an unspoken law among royals, as is the case with many of our particular customs and traditions, but it's also quite sacred. No, I just made that up. But here you go. Let's toast to a wonderful past and a beautiful future. You know, I do like it when you talk. Why are you so quiet tonight? What plagues your mind? Why, yes, I am getting married in a few days. Yes, to a prince, but between you and me, I don't like him very much, or at all. He's quite obnoxious, and I'm convinced he sees me as nothing more than some kind of pretty trophy. A proper bastard, that one. Don't be sorry. That's just the way it is between royals. Everything is transactional, an exchange of wealth or power. It's not really advisable for someone in my position to dwell too deeply on these things. Well, yes, I do. Regardless, dwell. I mean, and then I get depressed. But that is neither here nor there. My wedding's coming up in a few days. Did you get me a wedding present? Oh, you did. I. Mm, that. Okay. That was certainly a gift. Hmm. Although I don't think my fiance would like it very much. Yes, I suppose he will never know. Or maybe he will, once he learns I ran away with someone else. Someone I like so much more. What? I'm not a jester. I would not make light of such grave matters. I'm being most serious when I say this. I am not going to marry the prince. I'm leaving with you. Where? Oh, I've already made my arrangements. There's this dear friend of mine living in the neighboring country. She's nobility, so she has a few estates lying around. One of those is very secluded, sequestered, beautiful. I visited it once. I think you'll like it. Well, of course. I just told you I'm not saying this to in a jest. I lied to you earlier when I said there's no carriage. There is a carriage, after all, but it's a few miles north of here, hidden from prying eyes. Zephyr can take us there, and and then we'll make away in the night. What? Is there something on my face? Has my hair come undone due to the wind? Then why are you looking at me so strangely? We cannot? What can we not? Elope and run away? I don't see why not. I understand your tribulations, your fear, but I've already planned out everything. No one will be able to find us. The prince? What about him? I doubt he shared any tears over losing me. Losing the right to call these lands his own, though that I can definitely see him crying over. My parents? Well, they might disown me for this betrayal, but that's fine, because I've been praying for times like these. There's no love lost between them and me. But what? Hmm? This is wrong? You want to talk about right and wrong? Alright, we can do that. How about how about my parents forcing me into this marriage for their own political gain? Forcing me to spend the rest of my life with someone I can never bring myself to love. How about me, sitting there with the prince as he ran his hands up my thighs and whispering reassuringly how he wouldn't marry another girl for at least a couple of years after our wedding? How about gritting my teeth, forcing myself to smile, to to sit through that while I could think of you? How you would always look me in my eyes for permission before so much as clasping my hand in yours. How about that for right and wrong? Do you think it's wrong of me to want to escape from that miserable existence? Do you really believe it would be right for me to stand by my parents, my groom, and everyone else who has ever seen me as a possession to be bought, sold, or bartered? No. Then why do you hesitate? We can leave right now. I brought you here to this meadow, our secret spot, hidden in the woods that only we know, so that we might be able to talk for a moment like old times. Because everything is about to change. We may not be able to come here again to kiss under the moonlight, to run our hands over each other as the trees rustle in the wind and the cicadas sing quietly on the summer night. Do you remember that night? I I gave you that which I'm only supposed to give my future husband, because deep in my heart I have already decided, even back then, I I knew it was you I was going to marry one day. It's you. It's always been you. We can leave right now. Yes, they they would be relentless. Not because they want me back, but because they can't let such a murky stain on their honor go unpunished. Running away is it's not the answer, you think. Then what else is there? What else can we do? How how in the raging fires of hell are we supposed to be together if you won't even come with me? Tell me. Say it. Tell me what you have in mind. You must be thinking of something. You must. So say it to me. Tell me. What's your plan? Tell me. You you have nothing. So what am I supposed to do? Go back and forget about you? Trap myself in a loveless marriage and live out the rest of my days in a quiet desperation? Why? Why won't you just come with me? Because running away means death. The alternative is death. It's funny. All the doors are locked. It's like I'm some character in a closed script whose face can only end in tragedy. And all I have ever been able to do is act out my part upon this flimsy stage. I. There's nothing else left to do then, is there? At, at least I I brought this bottle, so we may share a drink one last time. You like the wine. Why do you say it with tears in your eyes? You can't be that nice. You'll see me again? Hmm. You'll help me sneak out again to meet you here in our woods, like you used to? Don't like me. I loved you, but your words amounted to nothing. You were just a liar in the end. You don't want to see me dead. You could never forgive yourself if that happened. I know. Lovers eloping and living happily ever after is the stuff of fairy tales. And this is a muddied fairy tale. Dark, filthy, suffocating. You don't want me to die, but what good is that if I die a little each day? That's no life at all. I'd be happier dying with you than living with him. It's so strange. Whether you're a plebeian or a princess, choice eludes you. No amount of money can buy your choice if your destiny has already been authorized. Do you know why I'm like looking at the stars? Because the stars are indifferent. I wish I could be like that, resign myself to my fate with no sadness or goodbyes. My heart is very heavy things to carry. It feels like the weight will kill me. I wish I could stop feeling like that feeling at all, but I can't. I care too much. Took long enough. I thought you'd fallen to the ground earlier. The wine was strong. Did you notice I didn't drink any? I don't think you did. Or maybe you just didn't care. You've always trusted your princess. Don't try to speak. Words are difficult. Words are hurtful. You've caused me enough pain with your words. Cypher, help me secure him on your back, will you? What? What's with that tone? Do you not approve of what I've done? Is that it? This is why they say dogs are men's best friends, not horses. Despite everything you've done for civilization, you always hesitate and choke up on the most crucial junctures. Yes, it's true. I am not a man. Thank the heavens for that. And yes, horses definitely are women's best friends. Or was it ponies? Hmm. Good girl, Zypher. I strapped my darling to the harness. He's not leaving anytime soon. But the three of us will ride back. You know what comes after this, yes? Oh, my little pleb, you're still awake. Are you still able to hear what I'm saying? So you're aware enough to listen, but not nearly enough to speak. That suits me just fine. You've always been better at listening to what I tell you anyways. We'll treat tonight as an exception. I know you were just trying to keep me safe. You are compassionate, but it's the compassion that makes you a coward, keeps you from turning your desires into thoughts, and thoughts into actions. But even so, you were not wrong. We would have been hunted for a long time had we run away. This was only a romantic illusion I let myself entertain for a little too long, because it's sweeter than the alternative. You're wondering what the alternative? Yes, I believe, my dear sunshine, the correct phrase would be Kupdeti. I'm going to overthrow my parents, the dear king and queen, and take sovereign power in my own hands. I have been plotting this for a while. Daddy will be furious, and I imagine that will also be hints of grudge respect in his eyes. Then I'll throw him in a dungeon. After all, I'm his daughter. He taught me well. Everyone thinks I'm this sweet, innocent princess, incapable of harming so much as a tiny mouse. But that's a gift, you see. It's very easy to manipulate and pull the strings when no one thinks of doubting you. Many of the soldiers are itching for a change, for something new and unprecedented. There's quite a bit of discontent with the king's scorched earth style of administration. All I had to do was fan the flames. Remember that friend I told you about? She's in on this. She's been opening a lot of doors that were previously locked for me. Because she's my dear friend, she really wants access to the rich coal deposits of my country. The plan was too simple to seize power and then hand over the keys to the kingdom to my darling little sister. You've tutored her. You know what? A sweet, pretty, terribly feisty, and ambitious thing she is. She takes after me. I have no ambitions of ruling over a nation. However, I've been at the mercy of men all my life. Men who think they are gods, and everything in the world belongs to them. I pretended to smile and curtsy and dance for them, but not a moment longer. I will be content to destroy their legacy and set a fire as I take everything. That would have been enough. You and I could have really just run away after all that, to a charming villa in the countryside, where we would waste our lives away in idyllic bliss. It's a sweet dream, that one. But you've shown me tonight. I was right to harbor doubts. You don't love me as much as I love you. Not quite, my little ray of sunshine. It seems my little sister will have to wait a bit longer. I must ease the transition of power, and more importantly, I must train her old tutor into his new role. I need to make sure my future husband is fully devoted to me, don't I? I will groom you into a man worthy of me. Until then, you can be my pet if you like. And while we're at it, why don't we pay a visit to my lovely fiance? Right after our first meeting, I swore to be the gods I would annex that vile mongrel's kingdom. I can't wait to see the look on his face when I'm sitting on his very throne, petting you on my lap. I think you'd fit on my lap. Well, all he can do is watch as the rug is swept from underneath him. I think that would be nice. Dear Daddy might get bored by himself in the castle dungeon. Well, one thing at a time. I can wait longer to avoid what I always supposed to do. The time has arrived. The board is ready, and the pieces are set. All that remains is to play the game. Come on, Cypher. Pleb, let's get going. We have a monarch to overthrow.